Okay, so what we're doing here is we're going to do a four-part series going through some tips for goal setting and making sure that you're setting your goals appropriately. One of the biggest things that we've seen in our time doing this is that a lot of people that come through here never really have a think about on a higher level what they're training for and why they're in here and why they're doing that. And sometimes you get to a point where training becomes quite hard, and if you haven't really had a good in-depth thought about what you're training for, it makes it almost very hard to clearly define more specific goals down the line. So I guess the point of the first part in this video is for you guys to have a real think about what's your why. Like, what are you training for? What do you want to get out of your training? You know, is it to help you run around and play with the kids? Is it to become the fittest version of yourself? And these are some of the bigger questions that when it comes to training you probably need to look and you need to ask yourself, because sometimes it does get hard. It gets hard to get out of bed if you're an early morning 5:30 a.m. class type of person. Sometimes it can get really hard to get out of bed and get in here, you know, 3, 4, 5 times a week and keep that consistency in your training. One of the things we'll be talking about later on is how important consistency is, and I guess one of the things to take away from the very first part, and when you are thinking about what's your why, is that motivation is a really good thing to get you started, but it's consistency that's going to get you those results. So, you know, what's your why? Why are you doing this? Why are you training? What do you want out of your training? What are you training for? There's so many different ways you can word that question, but it's really important to have a think about it and try and define what it means to you to be here and what you want to get out of it.